cobbler mentor, multi-talented artist, actor, director, entrepreneur. Originally born in Guyana, he has made his home here in lovely Antigua and Barbuda. He's been making noise on the international music scene for quite some time. Here to talk about his latest work, A Woman Called Barbuda, on the Peace of Love rhythm. Promise, no promise. Walk on.
That's alright. There, man.
Up top.
Humbly, Selassie, .
Promise.
How is things with that? Everything level?
Everything nice. Everything nice. It's not about me, promise. Right now, it's all about you.
Lovely, lovely.
Promise. A Woman Called Barbuda. What's the inspiration for this tune?
Well, a hurricane passed through Barbuda some 3 years ago, and did some serious damage. And changed the layout of what Barbuda was, not just on a physical perspective, but on a perspective of what word to use, how it's been related to from what it was back then. There's a lot of issues that I don't want to point out a particular. But everybody in Antigua know the issues surrounding Barbuda and what's going on with Barbuda. So I try to, from the outside looking in, picture what Barbuda would say.
What did she say? What did she say?
Yeah, Barbuda herself saying pertaining to everything that's going on around her. And that was the inspiration for the tune, Trying to listen to Barbuda from a Barbudan perspective, the island perspective,
Okay, you listened, yeah, you heard, what is she saying?
Yeah, and I related it back in the song, in the track, simple lyrics, but at the same time very, very, very steady, I think, and very, very to the point, So not saying everything in black or white, but staying in that little gray area and saying what I'm saying,
Why you feel it was so important to send such a social, powerful message right now?
Why it's so important? The temperature in Barbuda changed seriously, I think. And it should be addressed from that perspective. Everybody's looking at it from a wrong and right perspective, If what's happening is wrong, if what's happening is right. I'm just trying to see it from what Barbuda was and what it is now, and talking it from that perspective, So how to say this, brother?
Just say it. Just say it. Probably we just reason. Just say it, brother. Just say it.
Right now, it's important for the people to hear and feel Barbuda from Barbuda's cry, And that's what this song is really doing, and that's why it's so important right now.
What was the vibes like for you when you're writing this tune?
It's sad. I'll tell you the truth. I'm a person that frequent Barbuda a lot, travel to Barbuda quite often, and I see how the hurricane thingy changed the lives of so many people, Some people that I used to go and visit in Barbuda live in Antigua permanently now, and their plight and their cries is heard. It's heard by me, you know what I mean? So I try to address the issue from that perspective also, So yeah, man, serious tune, serious message. Everybody should really take the time out, not just for just hear the tune, but listen to the tune.
I have listened to this tune on this rhythm, Peace of Love, and the more I listen to it, I feel like the more I love it.
Aye. It has one of them kind of creepy. It's not a big entertainment tune that would just grab you one time, This is not the party vibes or the love song vibes. It's more a plight, So it's something like who's involved, like Barbudan people, Antiguan people, Caribbean people who might know the story of Barbuda, you know, they can relate immediately, you know. But for somebody who don't know, it'll take some time to grow on them, I think, you know, especially after getting inquisitive and trying to find out what is Barbuda, who is Barbuda, and you know, realizing it's an island we're talking about, you know, Antigua's sister island, really.
Absolutely, and I think you're right because I know the story, I automatically felt connected to this song, "A Woman Named Barbuda."
Yeah, it has that effect on people who knows Barbuda, knows the story of Barbuda, you know. Apparently there's some changes in the land issue and the act down there where people can't really be as they used to be pertaining to the lands, you know. Um, I'm still not sure the full outcome of that, you know, on the politics ball game, you know. I'm still not fully aware, but from the point of view of not being able to see Barbuda the way it was, you know, you could go up on the corner and buy some fish, or you go down the road and see everybody having a sip. People hang out and drink. Yeah, they say Barbuda people drink a lot, but they work hard and they work a lot too, you know. So I don't see them doing a little drinking as an issue, you know. All these little nitty gritty things, you know. You go down to the dock and you see the fisherman them coming up with fish. You check out saying some of the youngsters and them fishing off the dock, swimming off the dock. You know, this is real Barbudan life, you know. The other place I call Madison down there, if I'm remembering correct. Madison Square, that's where everybody gather on the weekends, you know. To not be able to be a part of that right now, or probably again, is heart wrenching, man. You know, to see that it's different. I can't say that it's a good different or a bad different because I don't really know. I just know what I miss, you know, and what I be able to be a part of again, you know.
How does it feel to be featured on a rhythm with such legendary artists like Coco T, Queen Omega, produced by Walshy Fire and the Expanders? Promise, this is huge.
Yo, bro. Words can't explain. You know, this is the third time I'm doing some works with Walshy. Third or fourth time I'm doing works with Walshy, right? But the last two bits of work, which is with Walshy Fire and the Expanders, they did the Thanks for Life rhythm, and now they do this the Peace of Love rhythm. And trust me, bro, trust me, it's just to be able to affiliate and have my name called in the same circles as these people, you know. It's a great privilege, you know what I mean? Queen Omega is somebody I've been listening to for ages, you know. And Walshy Fire is like one of them DJs that I really been paying attention to over the years, you know. Love the music that they've been presenting and things like that. And then again, the way he stepped to the upcoming artists out of the Caribbean and bring them to the forefront, you know. I feel gratified, you know what I mean?
And now you're working with him. You are working with him. Somebody inspire you, and now they're like your peer.
This is what I'm saying. It's more than words can say, man. You know, really more than words can say. I've never met with the band, the Expanders, before in person, but we've done 2 bits of work so far, and it's been great. You know, I see it's been doing what it's doing in the world of music, world of reggae music. You know, so yeah, brother. Coco T is an artist that we've been partying to from long time, and to be featured on the same album with Coco T, you know, it's exciting, man, really exciting. I'm a quiet guy, you know, in the sense of how excited I get or how I show my excitement, you know, but that don't mean that I'm not super excited, bro.
You're still human.
Rastafari.
Up top. Promise. Some people say reggae is dead. When you hear a rhythm like the Peace of Love rhythm with such radical vibrations, what you gotta say about that?
The first thing that attracted me to the rhythm was the changes in the rhythm, the musical changes in the rhythm. It's not just a straight rhythm that takes you in one particular direction. It takes you in a direction and then all of a sudden it breaks and then take you into another direction again. Um, I play guitars, you know, and I'm excited about music that you have to really apply yourself to, as in just music that you just on the beat. And Piece of Love Rhythm is one of those, you know. You can hear the musical arrangement in the music in the instrumental is lovely, man. Expanders, big up yourself, you know. You know what you do, you know. So that in itself drove me to the meditation of writing the song that I wrote on the rhythm, you know. So it's and what you say about what about reggae? Reggae fully alive and kicking globally, you know, brother. Reggae ain't gone nowhere, you know. Reggae
That's
is
important. That's important because you just bring me to my next question, which was you kind of started out as like a soca artist and now you're in the reggae thing. When did that happen?
okay. Truth is, I started out as a reggae artist, you know, but in Antigua over the years, it's been so hard to get that kind of a recognition and that kind of a push here, knowing that most of the bigger artists that made it out of Antigua is soca artists, and most of the eyes are looking in the soca direction, soca calypso direction, you know. I've got to give big up to these artists too. Like, I don't want to call a few names. Well, who name I don't call, I don't mean that I don't respect you as much, eh? The short shirts, the abstinence, you know, the King Baba Blaze, you know, the Philo, Rupert Philo, Swallow, the Onions, you know, these people's really, really, really stood out. And over recent years, you know, Tian Winter and Claudette Peters, we had Sleepy, some people, Dansky. So there's a few people in the soca calypso arena that really made a wave around the world, you know. And for that sake, a lot of people in Antigua gravitate more to that kind of a thing and pay more attention, look forward more for that kind of a music, you know. But then now, a promise, no promises is here, you know. A caution is here, a Coyote Rasta is here, a Mac Shock is here, you know. We have Melody Kid here, we have so many other reggae artists in Antigua, Future Kid, you know, that's been doing not just reggae, but dancehall reggae also, you know, and they've been doing great. But then we haven't actually had any serious breakthrough on the reggae arena. Let me also big up Blessai. I don't want to leave out Blessai. Blessai has been doing his works along the way too. Um, so the relation to the DJs and the way the radio relates to reggae dancehall that's coming out of Antigua is not the same like they relate to soca and that kind of thingy. And but then again, now we have a real big sound clash and sound fraternity in Antigua, you know. So I think if these people start help in the pushing of the reggae dancehall music that's coming out of Antigua, it'll help to take it more across the international board and much more sooner than it's doing in present time, you know.
Where did it start for you with music?
Ah boy, it started a long way back, you know, man. A really long way back, but um, my thing officially started with when Stonewall Sound used to be playing in the streets around in Antigua and so. And I come up from the times of 90, Pancho Irie, um, Dansky, Tona Vice, you know, Silver Smith. You know, these are the artists that were really doing some serious works around in that time that I made a breakthrough on the scene, you know. And it was Stonewall the sound that really created that environment that Stonewall used to play on the street corners in St. John's every weekend, you know, and every school used to have fete at that time. Stonewall was the sound that used to be at the fete. And one of the things Stonewall used to do in that time was no place they went and string up and play that they didn't have a entourage of artists, Stonewall artists that was with them. So start the dance and the artists perform. Sometimes the artists perform whole day and the DJs don't even play, you know. But that is what it was, and there's the time that I came up, you know, and I'm say about what in the 90s, early 90s, when Berger and Whitney was the official Stonewall, and you know everybody else was there supporting. Everybody in Antigua supported the mission, you know. So Stonewall have a lot to do with my breaking through on the scene as an artist, you know, even though they might not realize it or know that, you know. But after that now, you know, it was, you just wanted it so badly, you just go for it and go for it and go for it, invest in it till 2020, 21. Now you're still investing and still going for it, you know. Yeah, because it's something you develop that love for the thing, and you know, it just never stop after that.
Resilience. As I was doing my research on you for this interview, I came across something that says you're probably the most famous artist in the reggae arena that's came out of Antigua.
I wouldn't doubt. I still can't clarify.
Don't be humble. Don't be humble, man. Promise. You're putting your time, Rasta. You're putting your time, Bridget. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. We're putting the time already, you know, and it's inspired a lot of other people to start putting in the time too, you know. But I can't say, be honest with you, I can't say I am the hardest thing or the toughest thing coming out of Antigua so far, reggae, dancehall wise, you know. Even though I might think so in the back of my mind, you know, truly, I can't guarantee that that's the fact, you know. But because again now, over the recent years, I've learned one of the things that really humble me, you know. I used to say it a lot, you know. Oh, none tall harder than me ever come out of Antigua reggae dancehall, and then over the years, sometime 2 years ago, I found out about Aki Becker and what's the name they call again? Midnight, the band Midnight, you know, and I never realized that these guys were Antiguans. I never knew that, you know. So learning that put me in the position to humble myself as trying to say, well, okay, promise no promises is one of the hardest things ever out of Antigua in a reggae industry, but these guys were out of Antigua and I never knew that. But I knew of their music, and you know, so it's kind of humbling, you know.
Promise, so, I feel you 100%, and I'm so glad you mentioned Midnight. Just like you, I discovered Midnight just about 2 years ago, and I have not been able to stop listening to Midnight. Akabeka. I cannot stop. I cannot stop at all.
I wish I knew them earlier.
I say the same thing. I say the same thing.
Make that contact earlier, you know.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's life. It's life. You know. Again, now you see, the people outside of Antigua, some, for example, Walshy and Expanders, they see the value in the artists here, you know. Artists like Promise, a humble artist like Promise, you know. So sometimes it's not we ourselves that see the fullness, you know. We do the work and we do the work the best we can do the work. But sometimes it's somebody outside or way outside or beyond the view that see the value and really put themselves to it and try to make it a global thing, you know. So Walshy Fire, big up yourself again, my brother. More love and life every time.
Promise, why you feel like it's so difficult for your own to really recognize your talent and put you out there? It's always seemed to be somebody from the outside.
Because they want the same thing that I want, you know, and they've been fighting for the same thing that I've been fighting for over the years, you know, which is the recognition, one, and two, the rotation, you know. And the DJs here in Antigua are struggling themselves to break out on the international scene, you know. So they out of looking from their eyes and from their perspective, they don't really have the take the time to really pay attention to the artists around them like that. Some of them do, and it's been more so recently, but in the past, it's been really tough to get the DJs and stuff to pay attention to the Antiguan artists. Again, I say they would play the soca artists and them in the clubs and that kind of thing because they see the breakthrough of the soca artists in the international scene. They haven't seen the breakthrough of a Promise or a Carlos Turner or a Justic on the international scene that much to say, well, every time they touch the turntables to go and try to play one of us, So and now the public now not being able to get the music via the DJs, via the radio station, they don't know the music like that sometimes. So it's not necessarily the public's issue. It's more a thing of the DJs and the people like radio station promoters issue. To bring the artists to the forefront more than they're doing right now, And I think that would really, really, really make a big difference.
Well said. Promise, what kind of feedback have you been getting from this tune, A Woman Called Barbuda?
All right. I've been getting mixed feelings from the Antiguan public, because a lot of people love the track for what it's saying, and a lot of people are saying, boy, you sure you want to go down that road?
That's the road you want to go down. Keep going down that road.
I think whether it's either side of the spectrum, the fact that it's creating that awareness of what's going on, and it's addressing the issue. I think people are taking the time to listen, and everybody that listened to the tune so far been loving the track, So I can't wait to see what it's gonna do further down the line, the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now, and how people are gonna gravitate to it. Because I'm now starting to go around to the radio stations in Antigua and releasing the tracks. I did that with Observer Radio today, and it was good. I left the studio and was in town, and a lot of people met me and say, hey, yo, man, we love that tune. They're gonna have to play that tune every morning, and that kind of a vibes, So it's still now being released in Antigua, so we're still seeing how people relating to it. I'm not sure of how people been relating on the international scene, but I've been getting some feedback, some good feedback, So looking forward to more positive energy, man.
Promise, I said this last thing about your tune, A Woman Named Barbuda. I think Princess Diana be proud.
You hear that? Princess Diana.
I think Promise, I think Princess Diana will be proud. What are you gonna say about that?
What a name. Ah boy. I think that if she was around to even hear that track, I don't even think I would be making that track. I think it wouldn't really things wouldn't be the same, or wouldn't be what it is today, with Barbuda, So I probably wouldn't even have to make that track, But if it so was, I think she would have been super proud of it too, Yeah, man.
Promise, that's all I have. Reggie, Promise, anything you want to say? The floor is yours.
Papers, Promise No Promise is the name, and you can find me on all the handles at Promise No Promises, all the social media. We don't have to go and single them out. Just look for Promise No Promises, you can find me. And again, don't forget, make sure to stop in on This Tunes, That Tunes, iTunes, Deezer Music, Amazon, and look for it. Walshy Fires and the Expanders, the thing called Peace of Love Riddim, You gotta go and add that to your collection if you don't have it yet. It's a shame if you don't have it yet. Go get it now. Yeah, man. One love, my brother.
Promise, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And we're gonna link up again, Reggie. Respect.
Rastafari. Protection to the eye, and thanks for having me, brother. More love again. Last year.
Promise, thanks so much.